they play. Boy, they play hard, and have a lot of good players starting with their quarterback home. But I don't think anybody on our team's been to BYU, and we're excited to play out a conference game with a great opponent of BYU, and looking forward to it. So that'd be about it.
First question is from Tom Murphy of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Good morning, Sam. I'm sure there was some point within the last 3 years where you looked at the schedule and you said, we got BYU coming up in the middle of 2022. I wonder what your reaction was when you saw that.
Well, I saw Cincinnati first and then come back in the middle of this, basically 5-game road on the road, or 4, I guess, excuse me. And so I thought, it's going to be a rough patch and a rough stretch, but we're in the SEC. We ought to have the talent to handle the schedule, and so we just, I was surprised by it, but to be honest with you, it's another team on the schedule, and we got to go out there. And I think the kids are looking forward to it, Tom. That we don't think we've had anybody ever been out there, including myself as far as players. So I think we're excited about it.
I got you, and we'll probably ask you some at 2 o'clock too about this. But what have you thought of KJ through a couple of days of practice this week? And if you could update maybe what you've seen of him, and then the DB situation, if it's improved any this week.
Yeah, really, KJ's really had a good week. 2 minutes before half yesterday, did a nice job running the team with that. Tom, I can't update the secondary until possibly this afternoon. As we know, we've had 3 guys that haven't practiced yet this week. I don't know whether they will today or not. Depends on how they feel, or if they practice in a limited situation. So we'll know a little bit more after when we get to practice today.
Next question is from Steve Moulton of WZZN.
Coach, appreciate the time today. Hope you're doing well today, sir.
Doing great, thank you.
I wanted to ask about Malik Hornsby and just the progression that young man has taken. Was there maybe – I asked you in SEC Media Days about his role. Did he change his mind about playing wide receiver? Or because I heard you earlier in the week, Coach, talk about him wanting to be a quarterback moving forward.
Well, he has changed his mind about playing wide receiver, but he hadn't until he went out and played well Saturday. I think he's comfortable with where he's at on the team, and in all honesty, I think Saturday took a big weight off his shoulders, going out and having some success. And earlier in the year, he had went out there. The package for him at wide receiver was just that. It was a package of plays, not necessarily moving to wide receiver. He wasn't able to do both of those things at a high level, play quarterback and wide out. After the game, I asked him if he'd like to stay at quarterback or move to wide out. He chose to stay at quarterback, which I was happy with that. But we're going to play him only at quarterback from here on out.
What were your big takeaways of what you saw in the BYU Notre Dame game, Coach?
Physical. Both teams play really, really hard. BYU came back. Hall made some big-time throws. I love their linebackers. I think they've got some really good linebackers. They play extremely hard, like I said before. And Notre Dame got out there with a win, but it was awesome to see the fight. So Coach Sataki's team, and they just fell a little short, but it was a heck of a game.
Thank you, Coach.
To ask a question for Coach Pittman, press 10. Next question is from Bob Holt of the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette.
Hey, Sam, how you doing today? You've been to so many stadiums, coaching all these years. Does a guy who's coached as long as you have, do you get extra excited about going someplace you've never been, like BYU, a setting like that, or is it, it's another game,
No, absolutely. We showed our team yesterday a picture of their stadium and things. Absolutely beautiful area of the country. Just different for us, and that gives you a little bit more motivation, things of that nature. A lot of times it's new, and of course I don't know that that'll affect the way we play or not, but certainly excited to go out there. And I think most kids on our team as well haven't been out there, or maybe all of them. And we're excited. It's a different part of the country than obviously where we go normally, and excited to get out there.
And Luke Jones, Jordan Dominic was saying yesterday, looking at BYU's offensive line, they basically got SEC size, 300 plus pounds, 6'7" guys. As an O-line guy, obviously, what's your take on their offensive line?
I think they're really good. I love their tackles, both of Freeland and Kingsley, and I love them. Of course, I tried to recruit Kingsley out of high school. Then you go with Pay and Barrington, their center and left guard, played a lot of snaps for them. And the right guard, LaChance, is a good player as well. They're a veteran offensive line, playing well together, very, very physical, play extremely hard, really good pass protectors, for Hall. And I think they're really well coached and play extremely hard and talented.
Thanks.
Next question is from Matt Stahl of the Columbia Daily Tribune.
Hey, Sam, sort of a bigger picture question on the portal era, but when you're watching back your own team's tape, do you ever make note of guys you're playing against who you think could be a fit for your team should they ever hit the portal?
I think you do. If obviously college football is, coaches get let go and things of that nature. I think there's always, if you know of a team that the coach may be getting fired or something. It sounds terrible because I don't want anybody to get fired. But you're certainly aware of that, and you want to be aggressive in the portal if it's a kid of need. So yes, to answer your question.
Thank you.
Next question is from AP Stedham of WHEP.
Hey, good morning, Coach.
Morning.
Coach, is there any number or numbers that stand out to you with that BYU team when you were reviewing your statistics?
No, they're fairly balanced on offense. Like I said before, they play hard. They're talented on defense, big. The size would probably be the biggest number. I mean, I know you're not asking that. You're asking more statistical of it. But, they're passing for about 265 a game and rushing for about 153. And, so they're well over 400 yards, scoring 32, I believe, somewhere around in there. I think they're scoring 32 a game. And defensively, they're, only allowed about 360 yards a game and things of that nature. About the same run and pass, about 170 and 190. So people have been balanced against them and taking whatever they can. Wyoming, for instance, was trying to run the ball at them, and Utah State was probably the most 50-50 type team against them. So not necessarily numbers in that. What you're asking, I wouldn't believe, but I know one thing, they can throw that football, and we're certainly concerned about that.
Thank you, Coach.
That's all the time for today, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you.